Alright, hey guys, what is up? Trip the Fox here. And this is gonna be my first Let's Play of Final Fantasy XII. This is a big game to start with, and it's gonna be very long. Like, this is a 200 plus hour long game. The plus being the, if I really go into it. Let me turn up the volume here. So, like if 100% of it would be 200 hours plus, but it should only take me maybe 50, 60 hours at most. We'll see. But yeah, so for cutscenes, I'm gonna try and not talk over them because I don't have an extra commentator like a lot of other people do. So, like, when people aren't talking, I'll be quiet, or I'll talk when people aren't talking. And yeah, so for those of you who haven't played this game, it is very long, and I am emulating it. If you know, oh, there's subtitles, whatever. It is a very long game. I lied to you guys, I'm sorry about that. But I'm also emulating it, so so far I've played this game through completion on the emulator. However, there's an issue in a couple of places where the lighting is disastrous, so please be aware of that. There's nothing I can do to fix it. There's just absolutely nothing, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm doing my best to keep my frame rate at 60 so that, like, it doesn't lag and sound terrible, but there will be slowdowns at certain points, and again, I'm really sorry. There's not a whole lot I can do about that. All I can say is, you know, just bear with me on this. This is my first full LP. I'm not very good at it, but this is going to be a learning experience for me, as well as I'll have feedback hopefully from you guys. So we'll see how things go, what happens. I am going to beat the game. I won't be able to 100% it, but I will beat it for sure. Videos will be 10 to 15 minutes long. 15 minutes will be if there's a bunch of cutscenes kind of thing. Like if cutscenes take up 3 to 5 minutes, like this one will be. So this first video is going to be about 15 minutes long. So yes, just be prepared, be ready. This is going to be amazing. I'm super excited to do this with you guys. And yeah, so I'll just let the cutscene finish off, and I'll stop talking. Right now. I'll stop talking. So for those who haven't paid attention, what's happened is this entire continent is basically at war. Nabadis is I can't even remember names. This has been so long since I've actually played this. Nabadis is the one that has fallen, and it's I can't remember who's attacking. But long story short, there's I don't know, I can't really say much without spoiling it for you.
The fortress is lost. We must withdraw. No, the paling still stands. Beyond sight, their failing light. has fallen. Then it's over. For my father. For my father! Lord Rosler!
This is why you don't bring children into your army. The entire reason. So for those who don't know, the guy who's riding right now, his name is Bosch, or some people call him Bach. I have no idea why, please don't ask me. But the game pronounces it Bosch, and I've always pronounced it Bosch, so it's probably Bosch. Yeah, he's a main character.
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
Now, I gotta hand it to Square Enix. Their opening scenes and stuff like that, they're always fantastic. Their cutscenes, anything CGI based, I've always adored.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the kingdom of Dalmasca.
So for this
Hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness
this part right here, is skippable. I mean, I can skip the cutscenes too, but that's one of the major cutscenes for you guys to understand what's going on. But I mean, I can skip the book. It's basically just some guy explaining.
At this time, two great empires struggled for
But
dominion over Evil East.
if requested, I can skip that because it is pretty long.
The invasion of the kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rasla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender.
Also, I'm running this in native resolution of the PS2, so it's like 664 by 560. So it's not going to be super high quality character models and everything like that. So I kind of apologize for that, but I can't. Unfortunately, there's nothing I could really do. Because it's the only reason I'm getting 60 FPS. I can't go any higher than this. So I apologize for that.
And not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them.
Right, so this should be the gameplay.
With steel and writ in royal blood.
Yeah, so Ondor, I can skip his stuff if it's requested that I do so. Because, well, we're already 9 minutes into the video, and it's just been cutscenes and me kind of talking, but now it should be gameplay.
Can you hear me? It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand?
So here we are. This is going to be the first actual gameplay. This is more or less a tutorial to start.
Think you can fight?
So basically, I think I'm just going to finish the tutorial and we'll call that an episode. And because I didn't get too much done today, I might actually upload a second one.
Young. Family?
So I'll do 2 episodes today.
Mother is all I have left.
Just because I didn't realize the first cutscene was that long. I usually skip it.
Living in Rabanastre.
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Vossler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
Again, you can kind of hear the slowdown that happened when he first woke up, and just now, kind of thing. So, I apologize. It's very quick, faint, easy.
Steady, Rex.
I'm sorry.
Keep your wits about you and you'll make it. We move!
So this is basically a tutorial. I'll do this really fast. I know how to move, stuff like that. It's just basically telling me how to talk, how to open things, like how to do things. Basically, it's, like I said, it's a tutorial. Shouldn't take very long to do. So basically this is my tutorial to fight. Basically, press A bunch. A lot of people had an issue with this part of the game. Everyone was, well, not everyone, but a lot of people were like, oh, it's stupid, like, you just have to walk around and press A bunch and things happen. It's like, well, no, because later on you get your gambit set up and then they kind of help you out by doing everything kind of for you. It's like, oh, well, then what's the point? Because if it's doing it for you, you're not actually playing. And it's like, well, no, because you get to points in the game where it's like, you might as well turn your gambits off because you're going to have to do everything manually because you don't want, like, the character casting heal all the time and not attacking when the boss is doing, when there's no point in just sticking on the heal. You know, stuff like that. Like, it's a little more complicated than people think. But I think that's one of the reasons why this game never got big and never took off, really. And that kind of disappoints me because this is my favorite one. I absolutely love this game. I will try and make it more interesting. I'll walk around instead of just standing in one place. So that line targeting me, for those that don't know, was this guy here, Mounting Soldier. He healed me. Because he's a good guy. So when the line targets you and it's yellow, it's usually friendly. If it's red, it's an enemy. Yellow can also be hostile, which means like they'll target you but they won't do anything. Now you might be asking, since when does a bunch of swords destroy them? Like, that kind of ship? Well, I don't know. That's my answer. I don't know. Terribly sorry. But I've got nothing for you guys. So there's no simple way through the fortress. The minimap at the top right of your screen, maybe not enough to hold your bearings, blah 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 blah. Or maybe enough to hold your bearings, I don't know. I skipped over it. Whatever, you guys will understand. I hope. The lighting in the floor didn't glitch here, so that's good.
Where are you?
It does it random.
What if Captain Ozilus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Rex.
Alright. So, I'm going to call that the first episode. Thank you guys for watching. There's going to be another episode coming up right behind it, I guess, because I didn't really do much. It was more or less cutscenes and me talking. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. For you guys, it'll be, you know, an hour. For me, it might be like 6 hours after, because you know what I mean. You know how YouTube